And so no, let them come in. And you all see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can see.
And let me, I think we have, and I have issues because I have to juggle with, yeah. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our workshop of today proposed by the PR strategy to elevate your Toastmasters Club. And today we are honored to have Anne Golden with us today. She's our presenter with a 4-time DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, with whose dedication to excellence and growth shines through every role she takes. Anne said is a distinguished leader who has held every club officer role multiple times and has further advanced her expertise through numerous district leadership positions. She's member of Toastmasters since 2015, and Anne is passionate about helping others achieve personal and professional growth. And she is also deeply committed to fostering leadership, empowering individuals, and sharing her proven strategies for success. So please welcome Anne, an inspiring leader and mentor. The floor is yours, Anne. Thank you.
Thank,
We'll stop.
thank you, Cecilia, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone, and I'm delighted to meet everyone. I'm excited to present for District 95. I'm going to begin by sharing my screen. I hope to make this a little bit interactive, so I'm not the one doing all the talking. I will be asking questions and for your feedback throughout the session. So let's get started, shall we? All right, these are going to be the topics that I'm going to cover today. Number one, when you're thinking about marketing your club, you really need to define who your target audience is, and I will explain what I mean by that. I will show you how to leverage digital platforms to expand your reach from what I've learned from my own experience and from what I've learned from others. And techniques to design eye-catching flyers, it's things I've learned from being mentored by others that I want to share with you. And it's the same thing with inspiring ideas to spark interest in club events. I also will try to give you some ideas that might spark some interest and maybe even spark some ideas on your part as well. So let's talk about who do you want to target as far as marketing your club to, right? So who's in your demographic area that you're trying to entice to come to your club? Would it be a business professional, someone in the business world, someone who maybe has to hone their skills to for presentation, or maybe even be promoted within the workforce? What about your current college students? Think about them. They need to do presentations in college. They need to develop their speaking skills, their communication skills. What about those college graduates that are going to go into the workforce and start having interviews? They have already started interviews, and maybe they need to hone their technique on their interviews so that they can get hired. And did you ever think about fellow Toastmasters? There are many Toastmasters like myself that are members of multiple clubs. You go visit other clubs. Do you have something unique you could offer them in addition to them being a member of their current club? Think about that when you're thinking about who you want to target, because there are Toastmasters out there that are looking to join other clubs to learn from all aspects of different people. At one point, I belonged to 7 clubs. Now I'm down to 3. But that's a possibility there. And when you're targeting your audience, you have to identify their needs. These are big questions that you really have to think about. Or what question do you want to answer for them? It's not about us and our club. It's about who we're targeting. Why do you think they would need to join your club? Is there acquaintances that you know, or even family members or neighbors who need to overcome the fear of public speaking just to get out and to say hello? Sometimes people have panic attacks that they can't even engage in conversation with parents at a PTA meeting, for example. We should be keeping our eyes and ears open whenever we're out in any type of public setting for someone who we might think might be helped by belonging to Toastmasters or even just coming and experiencing it. Is it someone you know professionally that has to improve their professional presentation skills? And how about that someone who, when the boss asks them a question, they're like all tongue-tied and they don't know what to say. They're like all caught up. They're so nervous, right? You're caught in now we all work, most people work from home today at some point in time, but at some point in time, you're going to meet that boss, right? In the office, that you have to go into the office at least once or twice a week. And you're asked a question. And that's an impromptu answer. That's someone that can learn from doing table topics because it gives them an opportunity to think off the cuff. We all need to improve our own communication skills, whether it's professionally or personally. I know Toastmasters, as I said, I've been in it since 2015. The benefit to me, the biggest benefit to me was my improved communication, not only with peers and friends, more importantly with family. My relationships with my adult children improved immensely because I learned how to communicate. We all think we know, right? Especially with our children, we know how to communicate to them, and we don't realize that sometimes there's a better way of communicating. And let me tell you, from doing the Pathways program, I have learned a lot about myself and how I could improve my communication skills with my children. And that has been one of the greatest benefits to me as far as being a Toastmaster. And the other thing, it definitely built my self-confidence because when I joined Toastmasters in 2015, my self-confidence was in the tank. I just switched another job for the 4th time in my career, and I was considered almost a senior citizen at that point in time. I was in my 50s. And in the workforce, you don't get many opportunities at that age. So my self-confidence was really in the tank. And I really needed to bring it back up because that affected my ability to communicate in work and feel confident in what I was doing without self-doubting myself. So self-confidence can affect you in other areas as well, even though you may not think about it right away. Being able to speak up, but then you start doubting your own skill set. That's what happened to me. I don't know if anybody here has experienced that, but after 4 layoffs, it's brutal. The other question that you have to really think about is how can you meet their needs? You want to bring them into your club. So we have to turn the tables and think about them. And how can we answer their questions? Why do they want to join your club? Why would they even want to bother to come to a Toastmasters meeting? I'm fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm happy in my career path. I'm fine with my presentations. I get by with them. You need to provide a key message in your promotion to them that would address their need and that would attract their attention. And one of the excellent resources that you can use is the benefits of Toastmasters membership. And the link is down there for you. It's out there. It's a free digital download. You can include this in your presentation to them. You can include it in your flyer, just like I did here. It's a digital document. You could even copy snippet those items and put them in your flyer. Snippet is an awesome tool that I use that helps improve my presentations. If I can't get the exact icon, I have no problem snipping it. We are allowed to do that with Toastmasters material. So you want to make sure that you're showing them what is the benefit for them. You want the focus on them, not so much as adding a member to your club, but do you know that you can improve just by practicing table topics in a safe environment? Nobody's here to judge you. Ask a question that you don't know that you don't know what it's going to be, and you practice that for 1 or 2 minutes. Do you know that many Toastmasters have been able to answer direct questions from their bosses where they struggled with it before because they practiced that skill in meetings? Think about that. Was it always easy for you to answer questions off cuff, or did you have to think longer for it? I know I did, and I know I've improved on that. The other thing is emphasize that this is a safe environment for them to practice their skill. What do you mean a safe environment? No, it's, you know what? If you make a mistake in work, it could be critical. If you make a mistake in your presentation or in your speech, you learn from it and you can grow from it in Toastmasters. There's nobody there to judge you or to criticize you or say, well, you did something wrong. But you have to find a way to translate that message to them. And when they come to your meeting as guests, that gives you the opportunity to verbally give that information in a very nice, friendly, engaging manner when they come to your meetings. The other thing, collaborating with your community audience. That's a different way of phrasing it. Think about that. We're told to, I go and I read marketing material and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. Did you ever do that? You ever read the who do you know type of stuff? Like Toastmasters has a manual on marketing. And I'm reading through it. I'm like, that's so involved. I'll lose them before I even get to that point. I just want to be friendly and have a conversation with them. I don't want to give them figures. I would just want to talk to them. So it's collaboration when you're out in your community. You know people in real estate? Collaborate with them. Have them come in and give a speech. Have them come in and talk about their job, right? Same thing with people in the different industry. Tourism is big. It's huge. Have them come in and explain what they do. Or there may be a major attraction in your city that could benefit. Now, why would you want to collaborate with them? Okay, well, they may not want to become Toastmasters, Anne, so why would I invite them? You're going to use that speaker to market your club to your audience, to bring people in, something of interest to them. Sometimes we have a hard time bringing people in because, oh, I don't want to listen to a speech. Is that what that's about? I don't know that person. Well, I have Mr. XYZ coming from the city tourism of City Hall in Philadelphia, who can explain to you the services that they offer and give you some of the best sites to visit in your hometown and give you tips on how to navigate through that. And then you advertise that speaker. What about people in construction? Do you ever think about them? Right? Do you have construction going on where you live? Project management firms, things like that? Because if you look at the Toastmasters organizations, it's not only in the United States, but it's globally. They're a Toastmasters organization in the transportation business, in the construction business. I don't know how it's in Europe, but I know in the United States, we have states that are called, like the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. That's a state. New Jersey Department of Transportation. And they manage the construction highway projects for the states. And then they hire management, construction management firms, and consultant firms. Reach out to them. And you want to target your audience when you're marketing to them. And it might be a little bit of a different wording that you use for construction industry as opposed to the transportation. They have different interests. You want to think about who you're targeting for your audience. Libraries are a great resource as well. How else can you collaborate? Think about this. It's not just reaching out to them, but you make that marketing flyer. You go to the library. Do you mind if I post this flyer? We're having a Toastmaster meeting. Boom, boom, boom. Can I put this up on your bulletin board to advertise it? In the tourism industry, their bulletin boards. What about your local communities, like a community center? Think about that. Any questions on that part of it? Did I spur any ideas for you? Do you have any other additional ideas that maybe I didn't mention that may be particular to your particular area where you live? If so, please come unmute and let me know and share with the group. Anybody? If not, we will move on. Johnny, is this resonating with you?
Yeah, I have a question. How to speak or how to communicate with people if I am out of their industry. For instance, if I work as IT professional and I want to speak with someone from real estate, how to accommodate, I don't know, my proposal for them.
They're in the people business, aren't they? They have to go on, they have to make sales calls. They have to deal with the public. They have to iron out difficult situations sometimes if they have a difficult customer, right? Toastmasters has a program to help with that. It helps you to better communicate with others. It can improve your sales. If you can communicate better with your clients, it will definitely improve your sales. It helps you to change your perspective and sometimes the way of thinking, and you come up with different approaches. And by being part of Toastmasters and working the program, how can you, as an IT professional, when you're out, let's say Starbucks, I'm just saying Starbucks because that's a national name, and you may have a Starbucks where you live in Europe, I don't know, but a coffee shop. You go up and talk to people, say, hi, how you doing? I mean, it's sales. If you look at it as a sales thing, that's what it is. Hi, how you doing? Right? That type of thing. You meet them, real estate agents, you meet them through other people, other connections. And you just, did you ever find the need to improve your communication skills? Did you ever stumble? That type of a thing. Tell your own story when you come across these people, when you're trying to sell Toastmasters. Because I'm not an IT professional, but you know what? IT, you need it. You're behind the scenes trying to talk to people. And some of your employees just don't get it and they're frustrated with you because you can't explain it to them the way they're not at your level. And you have to be able to handle that situation and communicate to them and try to get them to relax. Like, it's not that difficult, Ann. Here, just follow these steps. It's not that difficult. You can do this. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. I'm just trying to share what I learned and how that improved. I don't know everything, but I share from my experience and what's worked for me. And if you just go, that's the hardest thing for us as Toastmasters, is to step out of our comfort zone. When we bring members in, we tell them, you need to step out of your comfort zone. Well, we also have to do that as a public relations too. And that's not an easy thing to do. But when we do it, when we network, it's like that confidence level just goes up, right? Because yes, I did it. We're all still scared. I was scared before this presentation. Am I going to be able to give you what you need? It's just embedded in me. It doesn't matter. It's still embedded in me. And we all get nervous. But once we do it, and you know what you're talking about, you will succeed. Let's talk about digital platforms, how you can reach these people, especially in the real estate. You want to leverage the different digital platforms. And why did I put the names there? Because a few years ago, I didn't know what the Instagram icon was. I seen a slide with all these, and I'm like, I don't know that. I don't know TikTok, right? I wasn't up on the social media platforms. Hey, Eventbrite, LinkedIn, Facebook, I knew that. Meetup. And Twitter, they changed their sign so many times. This is their latest sign. And if you'll notice, I have the hashtags here. And that's a clue. So think about that. That's a clue for a few slides down the road. And you're going to have to answer a question for me. So think about the meaning of the hashtag. All right. That's important. But you want to leverage all these platforms. Let's face it, the young people don't go to Facebook anymore. They tell you, no, that's for my parents, my grandparents. I don't want that. The up and coming things are Instagram. Well, you know what? Some of those people in the generation, my daughter's generation in their 40s and 50s, they're going to Instagram. The younger people are like, I don't want that. Older people are there. Can you imagine thinking someone's old at 45, right? But the people in their 20s are, so they go to TikTok. So you have to use, for different demographics, you have to use different sites. You want to hit the business world? Post on LinkedIn. Eventbrite. A lot of Toastmasters Club post their things on Eventbrite. And same thing with Meetup. Do you know there are people out there looking for social things to do? Right? Single people like me, widows, even single people. They go to these sites, Meetup and Eventbrite, to see what's going on socially. One of my clubs, that's how we get people to come to our meetings, because they're out there on Meetup and saying, what's happening tonight? What's available? They want to get out of their house. They're by themselves. Meetup is a great place to post. Your young people, you're going to get at TikTok and probably Twitter, Instagram, that's that middle age group. Facebook, I think it's for all ages. And LinkedIn, the business community. Your club should have presence on all those sites. You should have a Facebook page. You should have a Twitter account, Instagram. Now, I can't give you much information about Instagram. Remember, I told you I had to look up and find out what that meant. So you know I don't use Instagram. All right. My PR people have to do that. I know nothing about it. My niece tried to get me on Instagram. I tried it. I said, I don't know this. Get it. So you're not going to reach someone my age on Instagram who, oh, and then what's it? Snapchat. That's the latest thing I'm on, Snapchat. All right. It's another one, Snapchat. But I'm only on that with my nephew because we can send pictures back and forth and I can communicate directly to him. Okay. So I'm just learning that one. But there's so much social media out there that you want to use for the different age groups. Now, this is a post from my club, Lower Bucks. This is why you need to have a Facebook page. You need to show activity. You need to show your members having fun. That's marketing it. But you know where else you post it? On your own Facebook page. Not just on the club's Facebook page, but you post it to Ann Golden's Facebook page, because then all your friends and anybody that's connected to you through them will see that in their feed. Now, these are nice posts. They got pictures of all the members. We give awards. And President took this picture. This is a panoramic view. She actually took her camera, I don't know how she did it, but she took it and came all in one view. Now, can you read that text on here, up here at the top? It's hard to believe this was our last meeting for 2024. Is that big enough for you to read, Johnny and Andrea? Can you read that? Can you see that? Okay. Now, my question to you here is, there's an important notification text that is missing. Who is she not reaching? Do you know? And if not, I'll reveal it later. All right, so think about that. There's an important icon that's missing from here and a few words that would notify an audience that she's posting to Facebook. And I'm going to tell you about that in a minute then. This is her open house Facebook post. She's trying to draw attention to our club and tell them when the open house. It's a very simple flyer. It's branded. It's using the right colors. But again, there's an important thing that's missing for notification. If you want to reach people, there's a certain thing you have to do on social media so that they are notified. I'm going to let you think about that. And then I'm going to go on to promotional events. Speeches, theme meetings, murder mysteries. You advertise this as a special event instead of advertising an open house. Special murder mystery series. What it is, and I got this from Kathy Shine, who's in District 35, is that every speaker, you pick a murder mystery, and every speaker takes a role, character in that murder mystery, and their speech is based on that character. All right, so let's take a murder mystery. They said Double Indemnity. Does anybody know that movie? Double Indemnity or Usual Suspects. What you do is you take a character. Let's say the Vampire Diaries. That seems to be popular. Vampire Diaries. So you take the woman's part in the Vampire Diaries. And we know the male vampire killed somebody. Well, then Johnny would take the male part. And Andrea, you would take the girl's part. And you would play out that scene in your speech. Johnny would then play out his scene in his speech. And I was told, I haven't done this, I was told it really gets interesting. Like all the speeches are tied together so that if you have 2 or 3 speeches, it would like tell the story. Does that make sense? Sort of like, oh, who was the bad guy from Chicago in the Times? Oh, Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, that's a famous story. Bonnie and Clyde. Everybody would know Bonnie and Clyde, maybe. Okay, so take the Bonnie and Clyde. Johnny would be Clyde, and Andrea, you would be Bonnie. All right, and you would take one of their scenes from robbery and do a speech on that, and your speech would be on your part, and then Johnny's speech would be on his part, and you would speak at different times, but the person would get the story that way. Do you understand?
Mm,
Okay.
yes, not related.
Spy mysteries. What about James Bond? Right? He has some great spy mysteries. What about Star Wars? The other thing I got from District 33, Joseph Skoda, was a DTM, improv instead of tabletop. Advertise that. You get people to come and practice their improv at your meeting. Like jokes, right? Improv, jokes, they get up and they speak, or they talk about a scene. They take a scene from a movie and talk about it. It's an improv. And you would extend the time from tabletop. Of course, they're not going to be able to do it in 2 minutes. So that's an idea. And character theme meetings. Star Wars. People like Star Wars. Marvel characters. That seems to be a big tip too. Captain America. I'm only going by the USA stuff. That's who I know. I don't know what's in Europe, but isn't there a Captain? Don't you watch Captain America too? Right? Iron Man, right? Thor. Okay, that's universal. Okay, those type of people. And you have people come dressed in character, possibly. All right. Don't you think that's not only going to create interest for your members, but it might attract a different audience to your meeting if you were to advertise it, right? Think about that. That's one idea. Here's another idea. Guest speakers. I was talking about that before. All you have to do, you're a Toastmaster. If you're on LinkedIn or on Facebook, Look these people up and connect with them. That's what I've done. I've connected with Marag. I've connected with Aletta. And I've just recently connected with Michael Pope, who's also John Maxwell student who graduated. That's how I can say it. But he's a John Maxwell speaker. He graduated. And accredited speakers. The Toastmasters site has the accredited speakers tab, and you can contact them. Why not? And they don't have to come in and talk about a Toastmasters topic, because that may not interest your external people that you're trying to get in. Something motivational that has to do with life, something inspiring. These are professional speakers that go across topics that can inspire not only your Toastmasters, but may attract non-Toastmasters to your meetings. And if you've heard Marag talk, she's exceptional. She motivates me all the time. Aletta, she's from Africa. Awesome person, if you read her biography. And Michael Pope, I'm having him come to District 38 on Monday. These are people that you reach out to and connect with. They're Toastmasters. They want to help you. And you don't have to pay them to speak. They come virtually. Virtual meetings, you can have them come virtually. Let's go on to the next idea. Now, this is where your marketing comes into play. It's your sample flyers. And they're for social media posts. This is my post for Michael Pope. And the reason why I'm showing you this is I learned from one of the best people, Cheryl Roush. I've worked with her closely because I do a lot of speech craft presentations and I create a lot of flyers for them. What she teaches is on your layout is that the top part should be relevant. It's relevance. What's in it for me, meeting your audience? What's going to attract their attention? And right at the top, I have a question. Are you making, and this is what it's going to be about, are you making the impact you want on the people around you? Did that grab your attention as soon as you saw this flyer, right? And what's important next is what they're going to learn. It's confirmation. It's telling them what they're going to get. And you want to make that readable. So that should be in bigger font. All right, because you don't want them to strain. You want them to read what they're going to learn. Next, what you need is your date and time. And you need to specify your time. We're all in different time zones. So you need to put down what the time zone is. Is it CET? Is it Eastern Standard Time? Whatever, is it Indian time, Arab time? We need to specify that. Now, I have a nice big picture of Michael Pope here, but I put his name here and his designation, and I did a nice little, these are all Toastmaster colors too. You can do this in Canva and in PowerPoint. In Canva, because you get this design. You see this? You can click on it and change the color to Toastmaster colors. But then it's a call to action down here. I'm not asking them to join me, because join us, think of your nouns when you're talking to an external audience. It's what's in it for them. When you say join us, you are now making this piece about you, your club. You are invited. You see the difference? It's changing the noun to the focus is on them. You are invited. Our open house flyer says, join us. It should say, you are invited. Turn the focus back to your audience and away from you. And then register today. I'm giving them a call to action down here. Register today. I'm asking them a question. Do you have a problem with impacting the people around you? I'm addressing their pain or their need. All right. Then I'm telling them, well, how am I going to solve that for you? Well, in this session, Michael's going to do this. And it's short and it's simple. So when you do your flyer, that's the layout you want to think about. I'm going to show you another sample of another flyer. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. What was missing from those posts from my club were hashtags. If you want someone to be notified on Facebook that you're posting something, if you're trying to get attention, you need to put a hashtag and no spaces between the name. I'm letting Michael Pope know I am posting this, and I even do it on LinkedIn. It's a hashtag and his name with no space. District 38, I'm letting my district know, letting all Toastmasters know. For example, real estate, you could put hashtag real estate. Anybody in real estate that's interested in real estate. What this does, it targets an audience by putting the hashtag. That's how they are reached. By posting, or your friends aren't going to see it. What if you're part of a community group, right? We all have community pages here in the United States. I don't know about Europe. I would imagine it's the same, but we have community pages on Facebook for local townships. Well, if I would put hashtag Bensalem Township or Langhorne Township, then that community page would be notified there's a post. This is what I found out. So it's very important when you post on any social media, LinkedIn, any of them, that you use a hashtag in front of it. And that will reach, and that will notify them. This is Cheryl Rouse's effectively marking your club that she did for us back in October. Now I did the initial design, but she helped with it. You see her picture is not so overwhelming. We made it smaller. I have this down here. And again, what's the first thing up at the top? It's a question. What's your problem? What's your pain? What do you need? Do you need to promote to be more effectively? Well, I'm going to give you an action. Attend this workshop. It's a call to action, telling you what to do. He's telling you what it is. And then down here, she says, and discover tried and proven simple design techniques that really work. She didn't do it like I did it with Michael Pope. There's different ways of doing it, and she did it this way. Here's another. This is something I designed. They're not as flashy, but this is something I designed. This is my Speechcraft design. I let them know what it was about up at the top. Again, the question, is your club struggling with membership? Are you seeking new members? I'm addressing clubs' problems, and I'm giving them a solution. Hold a Speechcraft. And I'm going to show you what it takes to be a Speechcraft coordinator. And I'm giving you three tips. That's not all that's covered, but I'm giving you 3 things that might pique your interest. You see how it's reflected to your club, how you benefit? It's not come join me and I will tell you. So it's how you word your message that's going to give you greater response, greater registration. And you want that at the front. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go here. Toastmasters. When you post on Facebook, no, there are other Toastmasters sites. Remember, I said your audience can be other Toastmasters as well, because there are Toastmasters out there looking to join other clubs. So post your flyers on the Toastmasters International Members Group. Post it on resources for Toastmasters. Make sure you put the hashtags. Hashtag District 95, hashtag whatever your club name is, right? Let them know who they're coming to. And if you're bringing in a special guest, hashtag and put their name. Let them know that you are posting, you are promoting them as well. Think about it. You're giving them free advertisement. And you want to do that because they're doing a favor by coming to your club and speaking. Whenever you do anything with marketing, Toastmasters brand compliant. The flyer for this event was very much brand compliant. It was beautifully done. You want to make sure you do that. They just updated the manual. It is now back in a PDF form. All right, in January, I believe it was. They updated it. You can now download the PDF. This has been for a while anyway. These are new fonts, and you may not be aware of it if you don't go out to the brand manual. And my slides have some of these different fonts. The Gotham, these are all different, and they're all in the same 24 font. But this is, and what I did was, if it says Gotham, that's the Gotham font, so that you get what it looks like. The Corinthia and Luxurious script, I use that to bring beauty into what I want to say. Like in my title, like in the subtitle, you could use Corinthian or Luxurious. It brings more attention to, it dresses up the flyer. These are the primary colors. Secondary colors, and this year they came out with that we can use black and white. So in those little strips design that Canva has, you can now change one to the black and the red go really nice together. The black and the gray really makes it shine when you use those design elements. So you can use those colors as well. That's important to keep in mind when you're creating your flyer for Toastmasters. My question to you is, what are your next steps? What did you learn from this? Did it help you? Johnny and Andrea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was extremely helpful because we have a very small club and we are desperate to attract people who are interested to visit and eventually to join as a member. So we are thinking about organizing an open house at the end of March. And all these questions we went through, what kind of theme you can use and how would you create the flyer. Our meeting is next week, executive committee meeting, and I can use this to decide how we go about it. So it was, maybe it's life-saving what I heard from
I
you
will
today.
share my slides with
Yeah.
you and Johnny, who are here in attendance. All right, with those in attendance, I will share the slides with in a PDF format so that you have them as a reference, because this is all learned material that I've learned. Yes, Johnny.
Yeah. My takeaway, I have basically two takeaways. First, as part of my DTM, um, for me, a speechcraft coordinator would be very interesting to do
Yes.
speechcraft. And in
Yep.
general, in PR, I was not sure how to communicate it. I have to focus on what audience want, what audience want to achieve, what are their needs. So they want to improve public speaking or sell something better. So just
Right.
focus what people want to achieve, what what is their goal, and based
That's
on this,
exactly right.
I can I can communicate Toastmasters benefits.
Yes, you can, because you know them, because you know how it benefited you. See, our own personal stories are the most powerful stories we can tell. And they get the sense from the heart. Some people it's not going to move. Other other people will come because of your own personal story. Do not forget to tell that when you have an opportunity,
And also
because it's very powerful.
I didn't know about these 25 benefits, this PDF. So after this meeting, I'm gonna to share this PDF with my clubs, because I think
Terrific.
this is useful how to communicate why you should join to Toastmasters.
That's exactly right. Yes, Andrea.
Another question, if I may. You mentioned at the
Sure.
end, while designing the flyer, that we have this resource of brand manual.
Right.
Toastmasters, but how do I, so did I understand right? You use Canva for designing flyers or PowerPoint, or how can I use these fonts and these colors? Only if
You
I,
can download them. You can download them from the brand site. If you don't have them, same thing with PowerPoint. You download them. They give you instructions to download them into your software. That's what I did. I downloaded all of them because I didn't have them. I downloaded the Gotham, the Corinthia, the Luxurious. There's also a Source Sand 3. And then when you go to Canva, you can, they have them there. And if not, you can install them there too, but they do have them. And you can use them there. And in PowerPoint, it's in the software. You have to add there. I Googled how to do it is what I did. And I didn't save it. Once it was done, it was done. But anything you want to know, just Google.
Google, you know,
I am trying to find out how to change all the fonts at once in PowerPoint. I mean, if you want to know something, there's a YouTube video on it from anywhere from 30 seconds to 6 minutes. So if you want to know anything in particular, you could just Google it and discover shortcut. But the fonts downloads are out there in the brand manual on Toastmasters site. You would go to resources. I had the link in the slides. I'll share it with you, but you go out to Toastmasters resources and you go click on the brand manual, and it'll show up in a PDF that you can download. And within the PDF, you can, oh, thank you. Within the PDF, you can click on the link of the font and download it. We'll download it. All right. And what it'll do on some of the fonts, it'll take you to like a browser page, and it'll say, it'll call it the font family, like Gotham font family. And you just click on the download and it'll download all of them. Yes, Johnny.
I have a question. And which kind of software did you use for presentation? Was it PowerPoint or something else?
Yes. PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's something
You
new.
can use transitions and animations.
Transitions. Yeah,
The,
I liked transitions.
yeah, I love the transitions. It just, you know, because it's not boring. You don't know which way the slides are going to turn the next time on me. You know, some people like, they don't like it. It's like, but I like it because it makes you pay attention, because you don't know how the slide's going to flip. Is it going to flip? Is it going to be a box? Is it just going to appear? So everybody's paying attention to the slides because they don't know how it's going to show up. So that's why I use various transitions on my slides. And then you can use animation by dropping in text like I did with the pictures. You can actually put the text in by itself. Don't do it all in one big box. Just make it an individual box for each of your statements. Like I did, like on the one for professional, I had that a separate box. So I clicked on that and I clicked on the picture of the professional and I linked them together to be animated. And that's how you can get them to pop up.
Thank you.
Is that confusing?
No?
Let me share my, is that confusing, Andrea? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
no,
know.
but I'm
Okay.
not a PR specialist yet.
All right, let me show you. I'm going to just show you. We'll share. I'm going to share the regular one. Here's this one. All right, let me show you the animation portion. These are, see, these are individual text boxes. And what I did was I linked this and hit shift and linked this together. And then I did my animation. I made it appear together. Can you see? That's how you do it. If you have this, when you do the template, they have it all in one box, the content all in one, and you can't link separately. I delete that box and I create individual boxes. so that if I need to do that, then I can click this, and it comes up together. See this? And then this, they're clicked together. That's what I did. And then I linked them together. College students. And then this picture is actually from the Toastmasters brand site of all their photos. You can download and use brand photos. I clicked on this and this, then I went to animation and set appear. That's how you do it. Any other questions? Yes, Johnny.
I have maybe one info for Andrea. I had workshop how to get Canva Pro license for free for Toastmasters Club, so I can share with you presentation and recording of this workshop.
Thank you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Yes, right. If you have Canva, that's right. You can have up to 50 people on your account.
That is
You
a
can have
very
up to 50 people.
generous offer.
That is
Thank you.
great. That's awesome, Johnny. That's awesome. You see what Toastmaster, we're family. No matter what part of the world we're from, we are family.
Indeed,
Well,
that's how Anne supports me as well. And that's why I ask her if she can be our guest for today to deliver this workshop and sharing with us her insights. She's supporting me on organizing speechcraft for my club currently. So that also might be, Andrea, I don't know. If you are struggling in your clubs to get members, that is another opportunity as well that can help, yeah, on top of open house.
We have talked about it, but the current members, I mean, we are only 9, out of which only maybe 6 are active. They are struggling even to come to regular meetings. So we decided,
start changing up the theme of your meetings. That might help.
Yeah.
yeah, there are personal issues, you know,
Okay. Well,
trouble
that's
with
not going to change
kids
anything.
and
Yep.
sicknesses. So
Yeah.
we have tried everything, but this open house, which we are planning now, I cannot emphasize it enough how much input you have just delivered, because
Well,
we
thank you.
were brainstorming how to advertise it. And the only thing we came up is, for example, in the grocery stores in the neighborhood, they have blackboards. And that's
You
where
could
we
put it
wanted
there
to,
too.
but to think of libraries and the tourist or office or the community centers, that is so great. These are concrete actions I can take. So, and also with
Oh,
the
please
how
let
to,
us know.
yeah,
Please let us know how you make out. Let Cecilia know so she can let me know. I'm anxious to
Yes.
see. I mean, I do these presentations, but then I don't know how things turn out. And I would love to know how it turned out. I really would. Same thing with you, Johnny. If you try anything,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't work, let me know. If it works, let me know.
Yeah.
definitely.
All right.
How
Yeah.
can we reach you? Or
Oh, I can give you my email address. I am also on WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
Yes.
I'm just learning that too.
LinkedIn, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you can reach me. And if you save the chat, you'll get the link that Cecilia put in, and you'll get my email. But that's my email. I would really like to know how well,
okay, I have
how
never
you do.
saved the chat. How can I save the chat?
Oh, go up to the very top where the 3 dots are,
Yes.
and it says save chat.
Ah,
See it?
yes.
That's how you save the chat.
Chat saved.
The only thing when you save chat, if there's files, you have to download the files. But otherwise, you'll get all the links and emails and all the other information. It's the files that won't be saved in chat. If anybody puts files in a chat when you're in a meeting, you have to download them. And if you don't, you'll lose them.
Okay.
Okay. I wish you all success. I'm delighted that you showed up today, but I'm even more delighted that I could help you because I was very concerned if I was going to be able to help you. I worry too. I still worry, and am I going to deliver? So thank you. You made my day that I was able to help you.
Thank you so much. I don't know
Thank you.
if you have still have any question, Johnny, Andrea.
No.
Otherwise, I would like to thank Anne very much for sharing your insights, your experiences, supporting Andrea, Johnny, even me for my club. You always learn, and thank you very much for being always there to support our district. It's not your first time, yeah, and. I wish all a great evening. Thank you so much for coming, and all the best for the open house, Andrea. You have an contact, and don't hesitate also to reach out if you need
Yeah.
it. And with that, I wish you all great evening and
All right.
Could you
a nice
also
day.
share
Yes.
your contact address?
Yeah, if you are looking next month, we will have another workshop on how to market speechcraft. So I hope you will join us again next month on same time and same day on 18th of March. And that's
I would also like to say very shortly, I appreciate your generosity very much because I know you are all volunteers, but still, this made our club's life a lot easier. So thank you.
You're welcome. We're all here to, we're a community family, as Anne said, support each other. So don't hesitate if you need, yeah.
If you hold on a second, I might be able to put in the chat so you can download. Try to save it as PDF. Let's see. Did it work?
Ah, the slides.
Yes. Yes, let me see. Like I said, I'm learning too, so let me go. Yes, it did. Let's see if it'll load it. It's not too big. 831. Yes, it's going. Before you leave, try to download it. And if you can't, let Cecilia know. I will send it to her. But and we can share it with the gentleman that had to leave. We'll share it with the people that were here. So, all right.
Okay.
I think that's the one. I hope that's the right one. I hope it's not the flyer.
I think it's
Oh,
a
it's the
flyer.
flyer. Oh no, we
Yeah.
don't want that one. Okay, hold on.
We have that already.
You got a couple of minutes? Yeah,
Of
let me
course.
make
Yeah.
Of
sure.
course.
Okay. Geez.